Hello and welcome to Alternate Image Raid. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we're going to be focusing on the Barbarians faction here to get stage 21 of Faction Wars. Now I have a team. This is the one that I actually used to clear this and 3-star this personally. I now run Fahrakin here because she just provides a little bit of extra boost. So I'm going to go through this run. I'm going to talk about it just a little bit with you. And then after the run, I will show you all of the stats here for these champions, their sets, their masteries, and so forth. Another thing to note, when I originally did this to 3-star, Roric here was not actually 6-starred out. He doesn't particularly matter here. Any decent damage would actually be probably superior for the most part. So let's get this going, and then again after the run we will go over all of their stats and everything. There is no AI programmed for this, and I do it on complete auto. I love the ones that can be done on auto because it helps so much for being able to farm this currency after the fact. It can be a little bit slow the way it is here, but it should be a 3-star almost every single time. There is some very bad luck RNG on the boss that could make you still win, but could have the possibility of not being a 3-star. Hopefully this run here will show the correct version that happens almost every time. There will be some rezzing because people are kind of squishy here and they will die. So I'm just going to discuss a little bit about what the champions are doing. So to go over each of these champions here, on the far right is Skytouched Shaman, and the main purpose that she serves is she has a little heal when she gets to go and does that AoE attack. Also, she can put a res upon death on your entire team, and that can be nice for just helping your guys get back into it faster because they will die sometimes. Fahrakin the Fat here, he does his team attack and provides a nice buff when he does it, plus his brand of shame for some damage. He is just good damage. High Khatun in the middle. High Khatun obviously providing that speed lead, and she's providing the speed buff. That's her main role here. Roric, Wyrnbane I believe his name is. He technically has a turn meter decrease that can lead into a stun. It doesn't hit as often as it should. I don't have him geared well, but it does at least provide some additional crowd control along with the potential for damage. He is a damaging champ. He just doesn't hit very hard. And finally, of course, we have Scyl the Drake. Scyl the Drake is the hard carry for this team. Scyl the Drake provides an AoE stun. Scyl the Drake provides a turn meter decrease, a speed buff to your champ, heal every time that she gets to go, and of course a targeted resurrection. So when somebody dies, Scyl will be the one that helps bring them back into the game, and somebody will die. So I'm gonna let this play out the rest of this. We'll speed it up a little bit as it goes through, and then after the run, again, like I said, I will go over all of their stats and whatnot so you can see what these champions take in order to get going. And then I will also discuss a little bit of some alternative, at least strategies you could be using to run this. I don't really have a lot of different champions myself that I could run instead. See you at the end. All right, so that's the run. We'll notice that Scyl did most of the damage, did half of the healing, and just provides so much value to that team. Roric, we'll see, is the second lowest damage despite being generally a damage champion. And Skytouched, of course, does a load of healing for the team. So let's go in here. I will show you these champions and what they have going on. Now, Scyl I have in this Relentless set. That is my favorite version of Scyl, just cranking out the turns that she gets to go, particularly given that she does have this passive here that heals every time she goes and plays an increased speed at the same time, regardless of whether or not she's crowd controlled. So that's what's really nice. You notice the boss has a ton of crowd control. The boss is dropping out fears and freezes and taunts, and with that, Scyl is still healing. And of course, Scyl has the res, the stun, and the turn meter decrease. As far as masteries, we go into the War Master here, pretty standard in that regard. Stats, Scyl wants as much defense as possible, decent speed. I have a little bit of damage here, kind of how it works, and honestly, the accuracy should be slightly higher. Scyl is probably due for a tune-up around now. Fahrakin the Fat here, I have him in a lifesteal set. No really specific reason for that. It was just kind of making sure he survives along the way and some little bits of content that isn't terribly necessary here. There's plenty of healing on this team. We have him decent attack, decent crit rate, good crit damage, and good accuracy. And I would really prefer his speed to be higher, but you just get an idea where we're at here. His masteries are not finished for Scyl. High Khatun, we do go to War Master. Again, she is on a bunch of, or not a bunch, but she is on my main clan boss team, so her speed is kind of locked into where she is. That is why she's specifically 256, but she does have okay attack, and she does have great speed, and of course accuracy enough to land her debuffs. Now Roric here, you'll notice he doesn't even have his final two pieces. Again, like I said, when I originally cleared this, he wasn't even 6-star. He wasn't fully ascended. This is the gear that I cleared him with, but the levels don't really matter a lot. We'll see his accuracy is too low. If I got his accuracy up, he'd actually provide a lot more value on his crowd control abilities. But his attack, his crit, and his crit damage are at least decent. His speed is kind of slow. He does not have any masteries. He is also not booked, and I would not recommend booking him. He's an okay champion. He provides some different... let's see, here we go. Decreased turn meter with a chance of stun, and a chance of stun, which fills his turn meter. So, and he's a little bit strong on bosses. He's an okay champion, but I think any other damage would be just fine for that. Now, here we have, she heals for 15% damage inflicted by this champion if they have less than HP, or boosts her turn meter. She keeps herself alive. Her passive, however, pretty nice. It damages her by 10% each turn, which is okay because Scyl is healing her back up, but she heals all allies equal to the amount, half of the lost HP, and I think that's total lost HP, so it's actually can be a pretty big heal. She does fear and decrease speed on herself, which is countered a little bit by this if she can place these block debuffs and revive on death on the team. It's an okay champion. She's really good for as a little extra support, a little extra healing, but you could really put any additional healer support champion in here and you'd be fine. Scyl will carry. And for this damage, put anybody else in for Roric. Oh, I need to show her masteries. She doesn't have any. She is, however, at least mostly booked. I wanted to get this down to 4 turns from 6. And that's really about it. The boss is providing a ton of crowd control, but not a lot of actual damage. So to get down to that boss, as long as you have Scyl and any kind of additional support champion with that, you're going to be fine bringing some damage. So High Khatun, pretty much everybody should have pretty early on. And that's going to be your speed lead for this team. She provides a decreased turn meter for the enemy. She provides a slow. She provides a boost turn meter and speed on her team. High Khatun is amazing. I wouldn't say a must, but there's really no reason not to put her on your Faction Wars team. Scyl, when you do get to her in as a login reward, will carry this if you are kind of close. Almost it's worthwhile. Wait for Scyl. Get this content done with these two people together. Fahrakin can be replaced by a DPS. Roric can be replaced by a DPS, and Skytouched by almost any useful support champion you have. And you probably won't need to bring everybody up to 6-star other than maybe your High Khatun and your Scyl. 5 stars would be fine, most likely, for the rest of your team. And I don't think I showed the stats on her. Look at her. It's pretty mediocre stats across the board. Decent HP because her heals based on that. You'll see nothing is maxed out. It's not enchanted. She doesn't have all of her pieces. This is a replaceable champion. I think that covers what you need to know to gear for this boss. Really, High Khatun and Scyl, any other three, and you're really going to be able to get this done. This Faction Wars is actually incredibly easy as they go. And so, good luck with this one. If you need somebody other than Scyl, if you're having something like Skytouched and then actually gearing her out so that she can provide bigger heals and is more consistently faster going through to get that revive off, it might be useful. But some of those waves hit very hard and they're going to kill your DPS. If you don't have a dedicated reviver, it could be a problem. So this has been an alternate image raid video. I don't know. I don't think I have anything really I'd like to plug in this one. So, you know, like if you like, sub if you want to see more, comment if you have something to say, and if you dislike, smash that dislike button, as it is still engagement for the channel. And as always, have a great day.